Hello and welcome to another episode of Sip Away. This is future Nicholas. We had very fun recording the other day, so the episode was a bit long, so we decided to do it in two parts. So just a heads up if the ending feels a bit abrupt. But like always, enjoy.
Snacks at home, and my mom is not the person that will have like crisps or chocolate or anything like that. So me and Michael, we had a thing. We were collecting snacky snacks for days coming up for Christmas, and then my sister came and my friend came, and me and my friend and Michael, we slept in one room, and after hanging out before bed, we just had like a snacking evening. And obviously, when my sister figured out that there is a party going without her, she tagged along with her boyfriend. And I have a picture of like bunch of candy and chips in the circle on the floor, and us just snacking at like 11 p.m. 2 days before Christmas. And then Julia, to participate, decided that she's gonna bring something next evening
Yeah.
on our snacking evening. And then she brought this disgusting caramel apple flavor lace.
Wow, that sounds weird.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
sweet lace. I don't know. I tried the sweet caramel ones, the only one I've tried, and it was horrible. But what would you say are like your favorite and the worst sweets you ever tried? Like if you go both ends.
Sweets. I'm not.
Or snacks, not necessarily
Okay,
sweets.
so I'm not super into sweets. I would say that licorice is super high on the most disgusting snacks. Snacks.
Yeah, I agree. That's not for me
sweets.
either.
I would say like cookies. Depends on the cookie, but most of the cookies are too dry for me.
But I mean, like any crazy combination you're seeing, like you're like, oh, this should not exist. Like, why have they made this thing? Something that are just like ridiculous, you know?
Salty pickle and Nutella. It tastes really, really good. It tastes really good.
Okay, that sounds disgusting. I have to say.
But like that's like typically that's one of like very popular pregnancy cravings in Poland.
And you're supposed to eat it as a sweet or as
No,
a savory or as a,
No, it's
what does it come under?
it's just a very particular pregnancy craving.
Okay, yeah, okay, I see.
Uh,
But that seems like otherwise a crazy combination.
I'm trying to think. Someone said chocolate and mayo, but I've never tried it, and it sounds disgusting. Even though I'm a mayo girl,
Yeah,
I'm like,
that sounds like I know you can do many different kind of mayos, but chocolate and mayo, no.
no. Mm. You know what tastes really good?
What?
Chocolate praline with gorgonzola cheese inside, or like a blue cheese, chocolate and blue cheese. But it has to be dark chocolate.
Okay.
It's a very, very nice combination. And then like if you add a bit of like chili marmalade to it, I think that would do.
Yeah, I mean that sounds kind of a crazy combination, but not that crazy as many out there. So I think if I had to choose like between Nutella pickle or gorgonzola dark chocolate, I think I would go for that one.
Technically, I heard that like bunch of people are adding some slices of chocolate into like bolognese or chili, because
Yeah.
apparently it's chocolate. I think chocolate helps a bit to bring up the chili flavor.
I think so. I've seen not in bolognese, but I think a few recipes with shrimps that actually include dark chocolate as well.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you don't really associate with like
Oh,
food in that way.
speaking of shrimp, right now is the perfect shrimp season, and I know that the shrimps and all the seafood has really nice prices. At least here in Sweden.
Nice. I mean,
Yep.
I really love shrimp and seafood, so
Yeah.
that is really good.
It's surprising that like most of the times you feel like the seafood and fishes you're supposed to eat during summer, because the weather is sunny and nice and what's not, but apparently winter is the fish seafood weather,
Okay.
because then I think oyster season starts in October.
Oh, nice. I have no idea. Yeah, I think maybe because you kind of like associate as well with like sitting outside and water and sea and the summer. But
Yeah, but technically, if you think about it, the fishes and like seafood is quite like it's a bit skinny during summer because they start to collect food and like eat out and store up some extra energy for winter. So they are the fattest and the nicest during winter.
But yeah, talking about fish, I just want to say welcome back. To another episode of Sip Away with me, Nicholas.
And Inga.
Talked a bit about fish and other random stuff. Have you know sometimes when you just go to your library in your phone and it's just full with, at least mine, with like a few thousand photos, and you're like, when was the last time I actually went through it, looked through it, cleaned it, and kept the pictures I want? I think it's some people that do it, but I think myself, I just keep like pretty much all the photos and then go through them once in a while. How would you say your phone look like? Is it full with pictures, or is it more like gone through and organized?
Can I get the applause? So basically, new year, new me. Saved stuff on Instagram, cleaned. Saved stuff on TikTok, cleaned. I went through the gallery. I cleaned screenshots, old pictures, pictures that are 5 pictures of the same things, pictures that do not bring me happiness or never did. Right now, I'm living my clean life. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Usually, the cleaning gallery thingy for me, it's when I'm flying. When I do the 45 minutes flight to Poland and I have to have my internet turned off, I just listen to some playlist and I go through the gallery and I'm like, okay, decluttering.
Yeah, I mean, I used to do that more as well, but I think the kind of more introduction of AI have changed that a lot as well. Because before it was like, okay, I kind of want to keep like, you know, a bit organized, have kind of the photos I want, so I know what's there, try to put things in folders and so on.
Yeah.
But nowadays it's so easy. You just go and you be like, oh yeah, I want to show someone a barbecue, and you just go into the search field of the phone and you just be like, yeah, just show me barbecue, and then the AI is like, oh yeah, you want to look at these photos. And I think that has kind of just made it easier to just dump everything in there and rely on the kind of like AI algorithm search instead.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like at the end of the day, it's nice to have less things, less information and stuff. Like sometimes I'm getting like, obviously with the chat GPT and all this like other AI tools, sometimes you ask them to generate you the answer. And when back in the days when you were reading something and comprehend the information, you would made it in 2 sentences, it would be clear. Right now, ChatGPT can give me like a whole speech about something, and it would be shorter than the original article, but it's written in such a way that I'm like already like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
I don't want to read it.
It's a very different kind of era, I think, and how we look for information. Like, I just remember when Google came out, and that was like the new era of how to look for things. You didn't have to go to books anymore, and now you can actually just ask it questions. Like before, you just try to Google something, kind of get the right thing, find someone that have done something similar. Now you just ask it directly out, and that was coming from just having encyclopedias and books before. So it has definitely changed like how things work, and I think sometimes it's good,
crazy.
but sometimes also bad, because it's not always correct. But for some easy stuff, it's like then it's very useful. So I have to say I've used it more and more lately.
No, but like, you know what always surprises me? It's the thing that back in the days when you were Googling something, you would get some hits that would like have, let's say, 1-2 words that would match up. Right now, when you're Googling something, there's already answer because a bunch of people before you asked the same question. So it's like over the years, for like, let's say 10 years, so many people were searching so many stuff that your questions are not relevant anymore, in the sense of like you're just in the scope of a bunch of people who ask the same questions.
I mean, nowadays as well, like Google would just use its AI, Gemini, to answer the question as well. So like even if you just use Google today, you will end up with an AI search on top.
Yes, but there is also Reddit, when people are asking similar question to your question.
Oh yeah, I mean, Reddit's a different place. And Reddit has a thing that the AI will never give you, and that's the comment section.
Oh,
The comment section
yes.
on Reddit on different forums is just plain gold. Like sometimes you kind of see a problem, or not even a problem, right? Sometimes you'll just browse Reddit and you see a question that you're like, ooh, this can be interesting, because you know people will disagree on it, and you don't really go to Reddit for the answer. You go for the comments.
I like how they post pasta and like some humor stuff, or like a serious question and there's only like wrong answers. Yeah, but like I think because as we talked before in previous episodes, I'm like mostly on the like book talks, so there you don't have like a specific theme for stuff, and sometimes you are going through the question and then the whole post, and then you go through the comment section and it's a big surprise because at the beginning you don't know if they were like ironic or is it for real or what's going on, because
Yeah.
they have like, even with like more or less I know the books they're talking about, but they have their own names for the, so basically there is like female main character and male man character, but the abbreviation is like FMC or MMC, and at the beginning I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, what are they talking about? Because it's like some description that like, oh, my boyfriend likes FMC characters, blah blah blah, and I'm like, what's that FMC? Is it like new BDSM or what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, then you have to try to find all those acronyms and whatever people are writing for as well. And sometimes you will even have threads that you know, someone asks a question and then someone will put an opinion out, and then someone will answer on the person that answered, and suddenly you have like a conversation or argument between the two commenters on the post, and they totally forgot what the OP asked, and they're just going on a rampage fighting each other.
Yeah.
So you like start reading about this question and you end up with a totally different argument about totally unrelated stuff. No, so if you haven't been, I would recommend Reddit. It's a very fun place with pretty much everything and nothing in it. You can find very entertaining threads there, I would say.
Interesting, but I had a job, and I can tell a bit about it. Basically, the job was somehow related with some Reddit stuff, and it was kind of going through some Reddit posts and stuff like that, comments and what's not. And as much as Reddit, like me and you, we are on the fun side of Reddit. There's also like a super sad side of Reddit, and it's
Yeah,
like
of course.
you would be surprised how we don't realize how many people don't have life outside of their Reddit life or like the internet life, and it's very very sad.
Yeah, I mean, everything, of course, it has, you know, both sides, right? Like the all funny, lighthearted topics and so on. It is a much darker side as well.
It's like you remember my neighbor, the hateful right wing neighbor that
Yep.
I had an argument because he was quite racist and what's not. I was super angry at him, and I had so much like hateful thoughts about him whenever someone would bring him up until the New Year's. Because if the dude is all by himself around 12 during New Year's in the city that he supposedly lived and worked and stuff like that, I'm just sad for you, mate. Like,
Yep.
I cannot hate you because, like, obviously I'm not gonna agree with your ideas and opinions, but at the same time, you're just sad and lonely.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? But no, like, of course, it's bad parts, but if you're looking for something fun, you can find a lot of more lighthearted forums out there.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like it's Reddit is basically like life. You have a lot of fun. Some of it's ridiculous. Some of it is weird, and then you also have the sad part. So
Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty much everything for both good and bad.
also, I feel like Reddit should start paying us for the commercials, because this is the second episode when we are mentioning Reddit and going on Reddit and how much fun it is to go on Reddit.
Yeah, that's true. But
And-
I think it's one of those places that everyone kind of ends up at some point to just read something and then you accidentally click on something else. You know, it's a more interactive version of like a Wikipedia where you just click to the next thing. You just also see people talk, which gives it a totally different dimension as well.
Okay. Speaking of dimensions and fun stuff, I prepared a little quiz,
A quiz, okay.
a little trivia, and I have a few questions. I don't see the answers, so I can try to answer too.
Okay.
So, do you want to start?
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a try.
Okay, I can ask you for the number from 1 to 10.
A number from 1 to 10. I will go with 7.
7. What popular video game features a green plumber named Mario? Oh, that's...
Super Mario.
Let's check the
But
answer.
wait, you said a green plumber.
Yes, green plumber named Mario.
I mean, yep, I think in Super Mario the green one is Luigi and the red one is Mario, but continue. Check the answer.
Yeah, it's Super Mario. Okay. I will choose another number for you. What is the name of the fictional town where the TV show Stranger Things takes place?
Oh, that is Hawkins?
Yes, just so you know, guys, Nicholas had a Stranger Things marathon. And yes, that's correct.
Yes. Yeah, me and name. So me remembering that's very good.
Okay, give me another number.
I mean, let's start from the beginning then. Let's go with number 1.
What animal can be seen on the Porsche logo?
A horse?
Yeah, I also think so. Yeah, horse. What color is the X in FedEx group ground?
FedEx. I think they have some purple ones. I will just guess purple.
I would go for orange because I think the Fed is purple and the
Oh,
X...
maybe. I just remember some purple parts.
Okay, it's green.
Okay, no.
GG.
Totally wrong.
What is the name of the fairy in Pinocchio?
Oh, I remember watching it some point as a kid, but I have no idea. I haven't heard or read about Pinocchio in years.
I remember I read Pinocchio. Like I think I've seen Pinocchio movie first, and then saw read the book. Let's see, The Blue Fairy.
Okay, I would never got that one. I was never really a big Pinocchio fan. I know, he's a very well-known fairy tale and so on, but I think it was never one of my favorites.
Okay, so which Disney film or book for kids was your favorite?
Book for kids. I don't really know. I think it was one called Curious George, but if you translate to Sweden, it's Nicke Nyfiken, so it's kind of like kind of my name in that way as well, which is kind of fun.
Okay.
So I liked that one.
Favorite movie when you were a kid? I'm talking anything below 10.
I really liked Nemo when that came out. That was really good.
That was really good. I've seen it in cinema.
And I think the first time I saw it was I was in Greece at that point, was like the Greek version of it when they were speaking Greek. And I think that's kind of like one of the best well-made Greek ones in that way.
Okay, so how is Nemo pronounced in Greek? What's the name? Because I know in Polish it's Nemo.
Yeah, it's Nemo in Greek as well.
Yeah, okay.
In Nemo, Dory.
Dory.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I really like that movie, and I think that was the first movie I've seen in the cinema. At least the first one that I actually remember, because it came out when I was in the first grade, second grade, something like that.
Yeah, I remember, going to those. I don't know if you've been to IKEA. They have this kind of, kid section, whatever.
Yeah.
And you go in and you play and you wait there and so on. And I remember being at that in Greece, and one part of there was a movie corner, and they were showing Nemo.
That's
as
nice.
well. That was nice.
I don't know. I love these cute memories that we have about watching movies or shows or films in a specific moment.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that you've seen some movie multiple times, and it doesn't matter what the movie is actually about. It's when did you watch it?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that when I was 9, me and my cousin, we went on to a summer camp to Italy. It was kind of big scam because the summer camp was from year 16 till like 19, and I think my uncle somehow convinced the lady that was selling the summer camps to write us down, and I was 9, my cousin was 10. So obviously the movies they were showing in the bus, because we were driving down to Italy from Poland in the bus.
Oh wow, that's a
for
long
like
journey.
yeah, for like 3 days. And one of the movies that we've seen there was Gladiator.
Okay.
That was the first time I watched it and the last time I watched it. But lately I'm craving to rewatch it again.
I mean, I remember watching it, and I remember watching it being good and liking it, but I cannot remember when I watched it for the first time. I think I've seen it a few times, mostly because it's one of those movies, at least in Greece, when, I was watching more on the actual TV and what was playing then.
Yeah.
But I think Gladiator was one of those movies that was kind of often playing on replay.
Yeah, but do you also had stuff that like there were specific movies shown during Christmas and there are specific movies shown during Easter that are not Easter related whatsoever, but they're, I don't know, somehow it's like a holiday typical movie. I think Gladiator is like Easter type of situation in Poland.
Yeah, I think it's more like, kind of like the Romans. I don't know. I think maybe they associate something like that, like the Romans maybe.
Yeah. I know that obviously Ice Age is I think it's like Christmas break type of movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fun, it's ice, it's snow, so then maybe it's more Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's kind of interesting how some movies just tend to be like Christmas or Easter or summer movies, even if they don't really all that from the beginning.
Harry Potter, 100% Halloween. Like when the Halloween starts and all this like November and whatever, I think they show it on like weekends. At least I think they were showing it on like Saturdays evenings, because Saturdays evenings would be like a family type of evening that like you and your parents would sit down and then either watch some like Got Talent or You Can Dance or something.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and I remember it in Greece it would be like 2 type of channels usually, right? Either it would be one channel that would have a lot of commercial breaks, but they would be kind of short, or like some channels that would have fewer commercial breaks, but the breaks would be like 15 minutes, so you could just go do something else and come back.
Yeah. But you know what's cute? Right now when I'm using more Amazon Prime and I watch stuff there, and they also have commercials in between. Like at the beginning I was a bit annoyed, and then it gave me like, I don't know, like a throwback type of feeling that like I'm back again watching TV and stuff. Because I haven't been using TV on my own for years now.
No, me neither. Like actually a TV without like a streaming service or something.
No.
I cannot really remember the last time. But yeah, I was seeing that on Amazon as well. And then when you try to kind of go back or something, it's like, oh, do you just want to pay more to get the ad-free version of it? I think it was like 30 crowns, like around €3 or something. But it's like, no.
You are the funny thing is like you are already paying for the subscription.
Yeah, exactly.
So like why? But I guess I don't know. Sometimes I miss when the life was a bit simpler in that sense. Yeah. When we were like, I don't know, kids or like growing up, because I'm like I was that generation that I think, okay, I had my first phone quite early because I was like maybe 9, 10, and it was like a black and white Nokia. But then the jump from phone to phone, in middle school, I think you could already have like a colorful screen, and some, when I was in 2nd, 3rd grade, some of the people already had like Wi-Fi, the phones that could connect with Wi-Fi. I remember that I had like a smartphone, but it wasn't so smart, so like the only internet you could use was the one from like data, not the Wi-Fi, and I was always annoyed because like technically I couldn't use it that much.
Yeah, I mean, I remembering us having different phones, like both Sony Ericsson and other ones, like growing up in high school, and you could connect technically to the internet using data. I think mostly, to kind of like download a song ringtone or whatever, but like it would cost so much, and it would always be like one button on each phone that kind of like tried to connect you to the internet. So when you accidentally press that, you will just like hit back like crazy, just hoping it won't connect.
Whenever, like back in the days when I had that type of phone, I turned it in like settings, I turned it off, so even if I would accidentally press it, I wouldn't be able to get connected.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but like in the same options of getting ringtones and or like wallpapers for your phone, later on like MTV or something, there were like this kind of like AI things that like you were supposed to text it to get the answer to your question.
Yeah.
And like in Poland, there was one thing called bongo, and I don't know where we were. Me and my sister, we were on like a winter break or something, and I think I was like 15, so she was probably 12, and we were super bored. And then Julia came up with the idea to text Bongo and ask the questions of like, oh, who is the most prettiest girl, or like, oh, does this and this likes me, and whatever. And later on, my parents get the phone bill for 200 zloty.
Wow.
And my dad sat down, opened the bill or whatever, the invoice, and checked it out. How the fuck my sister with like 3 friends having unlimited text and unlimited like phone calls, how did she manage to make a bill like the money above her usual like setting?
Yeah.
And he just opened it, look at it, and he's like, who the fuck is Bongo? And I think we had like such a hard time to explain to my parents that we were texting some chatbot or whatever to give us the answers.
I mean, yeah, that would be hard to explain. It's hard now, especially then it would be even harder. Future Nicholas here again. That was all for today. Enjoy and see you next time. Bye.